camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop, it's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired, can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe.
Remuneration option is set to
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is preseason football on EA Sports. We are just moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll be back at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from Sunday's action. But for now, it's Monday Night Football. And to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paul Brown Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Cincinnati Bengals. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis, happy to be back alongside you. And I'll tell you what, yes, it's just week 2 of the preseason, but now they've got one game under their belts, and a lot of guys trying to prove some stuff down on the field here today.
Not only that, these coaches like to win. And I used to think it really didn't matter who won in the preseason. Then I watched some of those shows that the NFL does, and you see the coaches in preseason after a loss jumping all over their guys. So I learned one valuable lesson. Wins and losses count no matter what time of year it is.
Here's Michael Badgley now to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. As we take a peek at Sam Darnold, the former USC Trojan and 3rd pick in the 2018 draft. On first down, it's Darnold. Open man is Ross, complete. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll try the left side. Brooks. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 69 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. This is fielded at the goal line. So here come the Chargers with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by a man who rewrote Brett Favre's passing records at Southern Miss. it's Nick Mullins.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Ready, set. Leo.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, net. Physical, they can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Well, this is caught by Williams, and he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
This pass finds its way to Williams, and he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
7 yards there and a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 42.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Now a dump off here complete, and they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 13 yards out, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Darnold. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw, Darnold. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down.
Holding.
Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here. These two teams all tied after one. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey, Wahoo! Let's 57's right. And we're pretty quiet, team.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. As we thought they might do here in week 2 of the preseason, they'd left their starting quarterback out there for this second quarter. But I would imagine we will not see him after halftime.
Yeah, this is the time of year you've got to get your backup some reps and make sure you protect your starting quarterback.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Mullins now, 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Jones has it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
2nd and 1. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let it go.
They'll look to throw here. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff looking right. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tart. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Hey, Steve 6.
2nd and 10. Caught by Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood.
He'll look to throw. This complete to Jones. And he gets it down to the 32. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Second and 2. And he whips that one incomplete there. You know, during these preseason games, we're in week 2 right now, it's always funny looking at our spot charts up here in the booth because with all the guys that might play in this one, it seems to get bigger and bigger each year.
Yeah, we pretty much supersize them, don't we? Because, you know, remember, they're carrying 90 now. And with the new rules, they'll carry 90 all the way through the preseason before they make the final cut. Oh, yeah, a lot of guys to learn for these games.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 16. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They're going to look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. They'll drop to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
So now here in the 2nd week of the preseason, you'd expect the starters play a little bit more than they did in week 1, but not a whole lot.
So if you're an offensive coordinator, what are you looking for?
What you're looking for is things getting cleaned up as you go along because most of your playbook's probably installed.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Ronald Jones ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing. Darnold, he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason.
Yeah, right now. You know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go, and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Allen Lazard there to make the grab. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs. And if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried because a lot of times that's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far this game. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Darnold from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Sam Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return, it's King. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Hey, box truck.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
They'll set up the throw. Complete to Jones. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
57's the mic.
Back to throw here. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Hey, Jet, 5.
They'll run it with Jones. He juked him. And some room to maneuver. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, L.A. Ronald Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point. Lines up successful. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore. Or they get.
We now proceed to the start of the second half. Expect to see a good number of backups going forward as we are back and underway here in preseason week 2. This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Hey, Charlie.
Jones throwing on first down. He completes it to Jones. And he'll Dix with a gain of 7. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
5, 2.
Throwing Jones. And his throw here is incomplete. That pass just a little. bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Now Jones. He's got the hook up to Lazard. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Back to throw. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it has worked.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Kareem Martin. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They'll set up to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get him down short of the first down, right on the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 4th down. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
59 Mike, 59 Mike, check, 59.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is going to be incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Bengals will get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They run it again with Anderson. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down. Mullins now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Mike, check, 59. Come on, D! 59 Mike, check, 59. I'm coming after you.
Looking to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Go!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Allen Lazard ready for the regular season with his second touchdown of the game. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Now Bengals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. Throwing, Brissett. That's complete to the tight end Sample. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Go! 60 outlaw. Army, Army. Army, Army. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 2.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
57's the mic. 57's the mic. I'm coming for you. You might.
2nd and 10. Keeps himself upright. He's going to air one. And it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Brissett, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Now Brissett throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Brissett to throw for it on 4th. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Brissett now a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
In your face.
He'll look to throw. Jones has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
57 to Mike. Let's go, defense.
Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Mike's 59.
They'll look to throw here. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Brissett to throw on first. And the catch good. It's Eifert. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw again on second down. Brissett. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. Now the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Brissett on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Here's Brissett. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. The big fella. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes.
Under pressure, they got him again. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. After the sack on first down, Brissett, and he's got it complete to Anderson. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 58 yards. Offense for them, and that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one at the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
You better be ready.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big one there for the Chargers. And even 60 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. The throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
That one looks like he'll throw here. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with this one. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Go, go.
They're going to try and run. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Partner, I think the thing I'm going to take away from this game is that ending. Still hard to believe they score on the final play, and then for some salt on the wound, they go for 2 just to widen the margin.
Not to mention, they already had the lead when they scored on the final play. So I don't know if everyone on the team is a fantasy football player, and they're like, hey, get more points for our guys. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe a coach is looking ahead and saying, you know something, the more points we have might be the tiebreaker. But, boy, what a way to finish it.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.